You know, it's worth starting at the front because I don't think any vet hospital has a better view out their front window than we do, you know?
So while ranching is always under heat for emissions, sustainability, we have to think of why we need ranching. We also have to think of why we manage our cattle in a way now. And ranchers are doing their part in being stewards of the land. They always have, but they're also making strides forward. You know, they're going the extra mile to get involved with research and really tackle problems that they need to be tackling. Going to see the Talbot family and being able to see their veterinary clinic, that brought me home.
We probably have 3, 4, 5 specialists from out of the area that will come in periodically.
Okay, so you can do most things like in-house.
Yeah, we got.
They have facilities now for large and small animals and a lot of little things that aren't always accessible in rural areas. So the fact that his family has been able to build that up is astonishing.
And that to me is what's incredible about how veterinary medicine has progressed.
Yeah.
You know, what people think about their pets, what they're willing to spend, what they're willing to do.
Also, I think that's a big thing behind this ranching story. We want to see the land thrive and we want to be able to pass it on. He has successfully done that and he's done a great job at it.
Early on, when the settlers came here, there was a lot of farming. They actually raised corn. There was a lot of orchards. Almost every ranch had a big orchard. And a lot of things, what changed, what turned it into grazing was when the Department of Water and Power bought all the land. So everything is flood irrigated. With the ranching with Department of Water and Power, what happened many years ago, they went through the valley and they inventoried virtually every acre. And they identified it as either irrigated or non-irrigated. And if it was labeled as an irrigated, it was called the type E vegetation. Okay. And in today's lease, every acre of type E land that we have is entitled to 5 acre-foot of water per year. As long as the streams are producing it and we can produce fish flow and everything else below them, then we are entitled, we can continue to irrigate until we've used our 5 acre feet up.
Being a vet, you know, he really gets down to what's the science of this and how can I manage animal welfare while also getting the job done.
Actually, this thing here is an automatic bale feeder. And we can put 2 bales on there. So we feed to the cows, and in the wintertime we feed big bales everywhere.
Yeah. So that translates into their production efficiency as well, you know, as far as gains and what's going to be the easiest way of weaning to minimize stress as well.
As bad as most of the rest of the United States looks at California, you know, when we tell them that we got, you know, we spend $450,000 a year specifically on beef cattle research, that's pretty impressive to most places, even the big guys, the Kansases, the Nebraskas, the places like that, you know. It certainly allows us to address a lot of things that we couldn't otherwise. We'll try to utilize, one of the things here, some of this grass will come back a lot better if we can graze it better. But sometimes if you graze it, if you leave them too long, then the field down the way has gotten kind of wild. So kind of as needed, you know.
It is so important that ranchers are out there. It's so important that we're out there speaking with them, talking to them, and showcasing what they're doing. And not one solution fits every rancher's operation, but with all these solutions that they're trying to tackle, they all amount to such a big part of how we are increasing our sustainability in the ranching community.